When we feel overwhelmed, that means that everything is coming at us. And it's natural for us to retreat, but I really don't want you guys to keep retreating. I want you guys to sit in it. I want you to sit in it, and I want you to navigate through so the next time this pops up for you, it's not as hard, okay? Welcome back to another moment with joy. Thank you all for joining me today on this beautiful Thursday. And congratulate yourselves for always showing up to get this love every single week. I really appreciate each and every last one of you. And today is like every other moment that we have together. We are here together to share space, sacred space, where we all can heal, evolve, and transform under one roof. Come on, everybody. And I'm just so excited that you guys join me again. And I just appreciate the fact that y'all show up. For real. I'm grateful. And today is like every other day. We are going to dive into a very, very relatable subject and topic that each of us deal with. And before we dive into that, I want you guys to subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And make sure that you send this to 2 people and make sure they subscribe, because we're almost at 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. And that is such a blessing. Okay. So make sure you're sharing this video. Make sure you're sharing this love, and make sure you're writing down in your journals, which are on Amazon. So go ahead and get your journals. Make sure you're writing in your journals your emotions and everything else that happens during this episode and the rest of them, okay? So thank you guys. Thank you. And thank yourselves for showing up for you. For real. Thank yourselves. And today we are going to dive into a topic that all of us can relate to. And if this is your first time, let me say that. If this is your first time, I am Joy River, your host, certified life coach, and I am here to help you explore the depths of your emotions, okay, and provide guidance on how to navigate through life's challenges. And today, we're going to dive into the beautiful topic of being overwhelmed. All of us, and you might even be feeling overwhelmed right now. But I am here to help you navigate through that. And we'll explore how to handle being overwhelmed and discover hidden opportunities for growth and abundance that lie within being overwhelmed. I know you're like, what, Joy? Is some stuff in there that's good for me? Of course it is. And I'm here to accompany you on this journey of self-discovery and healing. So let's just dive right in. Let's get it going. First up, before we start naming ways and giving you ways to handle feeling overwhelmed, it's important to understand what it really, really means. Overwhelm can manifest in various forms, okay? Whether it's excessive workloads, emotional stress, or the feeling of being pulled in multiple directions at one time. It's the moment when everything feels like it's closing in on us and we struggle to keep our heads above water. It's hard to breathe when we feel overwhelmed. Overwhelm is like being buried under a mountain of stress and pressure. It's that feeling when everything is piling up and you just can't keep up anymore. It's like your brain is on overload and you're emotionally tapped out. You might feel like you're actually drowning, okay? You're drowning in tasks, you're drowning in responsibilities, and you're drowning in your own emotions, and you cannot catch a break no matter what. That's what it feels like. It's like when anxiety and exhaustion team up on you and they are like winning, okay? Making it hard for you to focus on what's really important. And you can't find a sense of control anywhere. Overwhelm is a real struggle that can leave you feeling helpless and completely out of control. And in this episode, I will provide relief in the midst of feeling overwhelmed just for you. Okay, that's taking a step back. Prioritizing self-care and seeking support can be much needed relief for you. Okay, and by setting boundaries, delegating tasks, and focusing on what truly matters, you can regain a sense of control and find peace in knowing you're doing your best. Okay. It's okay to ask for help and to take time for yourself. And remember, you do not have to carry the weight of the world by yourself. And write that down in your journal before we even tap into, you do not have to carry the weight of the world alone. You weren't created to do this thing called life alone. Okay? So let's all talk about it. Let's talk about it. We all experience overwhelm at different points in our lives. Like, number one, starting a new job or taking a new role, adjusting to new responsibilities, expectations, and work dynamics can be overwhelming. The learning curve, coupled with the pressure to perform well, can lead to feelings of overwhelm. Meaning, y'all, if y'all got that new job, you really want, because a lot of y'all get these jobs and, you wait to get to the job to be trained for it, but that task can be overwhelming. And we have to learn how to see the beauty in that moment. Just because you start that new job, it's going to be some new stuff that you don't know that you have to learn. And we're going to find ways on how to feel secure in that new position that God gave you. Okay? Personal loss, major life changes. Experiencing the loss of a loved one, going through a breakup, or facing significant life changes such as moving to a new city, starting a family, can bring about the sense of overwhelm. These events often require significant emotional adjustments, which can be challenging to navigate. And I can remember vividly having to move after evictions because owners wanted their houses back. And it took so much. It's money that you probably weren't thinking about, especially me. When we had to move, I was not saving up to buy a new spot. And it became overwhelming because I had a child. We had to eat, and we needed a new roof. And finding a job at the time was not in my mind at all. So it's hard sometimes when life throws you that curve and you got to pick up everything and make it work. And this episode is going to help us do that, okay? Taking on too many commitments. That's another way that we could get overwhelmed. Taking on too many commitments. Overcommitting yourself by saying yes to obligations, whether at work, whether personal relationships, or within your community, can quickly lead to being overwhelmed. Trying to juggle multiple responsibilities without enough time and energy, y'all, can leave you feeling stretched thin and unable to meet expectations. And I don't know about you, but I've been there, where I've said yes because I was feeling good that day, not taking inventory or not checking my own personal battery or my emotional battery to see if I really have the energy to complete this responsibility that I said yes to, or meet the obligation that I said yes to, or actually keep the promise that I said I would do, because I'm stretched thin already. Okay? And this episode is going to help us not do that, and how to relax in it when it happens. Okay? These stories highlight the universal nature of overwhelm and remind us that it's okay to feel this way. We're all human. And acknowledging our struggles is the first step toward finding peace. Okay? So now that we know what overwhelming feelings are, how it is to be overwhelmed, and what situations may make us overwhelmed, I want to give 4 ways on how to handle being overwhelmed. Okay? So those were all relatable sides that I'm sure everybody has experienced, meaning you got a new job, now I got to do all this work. I just started a new family. Now I went from a single person to having to take care of all of these people. It can be overwhelming. And you already got other things outside of that, okay? So let's shift our focus to practical strategies for handling it. So here are 4 ways you can regain your sense of calm in the midst of chaos. The first way is to pause and breathe. We talk about this all the time, but listen, taking a moment to pause and focus on your breath can help ground you in the present moment. It allows you to detach from the whirlwind of thoughts and emotions that are happening, and you can create a space to find clarity and regain control. And a lot of us really take breathing for granted. And I remember never breathing, just always, if life threw me a curveball, life threw me some sour lemons, I would just break. Meaning just go away. I want to disappear. I don't want to deal with all of this. I don't want to deal with all this. So we have to learn to pause, to breathe, and don't take those breathing moments for granted, because you will feel better. And if you try it even right now, taking a moment to take a deep breath in and release that breath, and take another deep breath after that and release, that helps your nervous system calm down so we can start seeing clearly when everything is coming our way. Okay? What's another way, Joy? Prioritize and delegate. Y'all have to prioritize and delegate. Overwhelm often stems from the never ending to do list. And y'all know that can be crazy, okay? And by prioritizing your task and delegating responsibilities when possible, you can alleviate some of this pressure on yourself. Okay? And remember, it's okay to ask for help. And I know with this podcast, I had like 10 responsibilities in one. And I only do like two, let's be honest, because it costs to have people help you out in certain ways. And when you don't have the funds or the finances to do that, you have to do it yourself. It has to get done, right? And sometimes it can be overwhelming to where you just don't do nothing. And that can't happen either. Okay, so we got to start asking for help. We got to start believing that the provision will come if we just keep the course, okay? So don't give up because the responsibilities seem like too much. Ask for help and start to be okay asking for help, okay? So delegate and prioritize. Have a schedule. If you have 10 responsibilities, one day we're going to do one. The next day we're going to do the other one. The next day we're going to do the other one. We're going to start prioritizing what's important to us and not folding under the pressure because we just think we can't do it. Ask for help and prioritize your time, okay? What's number 3? Self-care and boundaries. Engaging in self-care activities that nourish your mind, body, and soul is crucial during overwhelming times. Set healthy boundaries to protect your energy and prioritize your well-being. I have to walk, especially when I'm feeling overwhelmed. It's important for me to get out in nature. Even today on my walk, it started raining, so I found a gym and walked around the gym. There should be no excuse why you can't tap into you, especially when you're feeling overwhelmed. Should be the time where you rise up within yourself and you say, I'm going to start moving my body. I'm going to get this stagnant energy out. Okay? Set healthy boundaries to protect your energy, meaning this is a non-negotiable. I'm going to do it. Before I start filming, I'm gonna go walk. Before I start, and I just picked up pickleball, y'all, like today. And it made me feel so happy to get out there and do something new. Okay? And that is protecting my energy and prioritizing my well-being. It's important to do. In the moments that you feel overwhelmed, you always can go back to what energizes you and what makes you well from the inside out. Okay? That is what this part is. So we're going to set those boundaries, and we're going to start doing some self-care and actually prioritizing it. Okay? Number 4, seek support, y'all. Don't hesitate to reach out for support from loved ones, friends, and professionals. Okay? Sharing your feelings and seeking guidance can provide immense relief and a fresh perspective. You cannot lean on your own thinking sometimes. I know, it sounds kind of counterintuitive, but sometimes we need another perspective, a fresh one that's not under the pressure, one that's not sinking, one that is very sound. Okay? We have to start seeking help. We have to, in those moments of feeling overwhelmed, like we're underneath the mountain, like we're drowning. We need someone to reach down and pull us up. And that's what God created relationships for. And we have to start trusting that God is putting us around people that can help us. You are not created to do this life alone. Write that down. I was not created to do this life alone. I was not created to carry the weight of the world on my shoulders alone. No. God is sending people to help you. So start finding safe places to share your feelings and trusted people to get advice and guidance from. I am one of those. Certified life coach. And I call myself a midwife because I have been in the darkness, have come out of the darkness. And if you're in those places, I know the way out. Been there, done that, got a t-shirt, got a medal, got it all. Okay? So seek guidance, y'all. Okay? And a fresh perspective that can get you out of the dark into the light. Okay? The next part is relaxing into overwhelm. Okay? So finally, let's explore the concept of relaxing into overwhelm. Okay? It may sound counterintuitive, but by embracing our feelings of overwhelm and surrendering to them, we create an opportunity for growth and transformation. Okay? Right alongside the world of abundance is overwhelm. And I believe in order to truly experience abundance, in order to truly experience that joy that we've been seeking, in order to truly experience the money that we want to come and flood our lives, in order to truly get the opportunities that we want, we need to learn how to handle overwhelming situations. It's like abundance and overwhelm go hand in hand. They're not separate from each other. When life throws too much at us, our natural instinct is to run, to retreat, to shut down, to just cut off. And we feel like it's just too overwhelming to handle. But here's the thing. When we're overwhelmed, we're not open to receiving the good things that life has to offer. Okay? You shut down every avenue, every channel, everything for the goodness to flood your life. So the key to unlocking abundance lies in learning how to navigate being overwhelmed. It's about finding ways to relax and stay grounded when everything feels like it's too much to handle. It means embracing the discomfort of feeling overwhelmed is still showing up in life even when it's tough. This is where the real work begins. And let's be honest. The path to abundance is never easy, and it's not going to be easy. I'm telling you now, it's not going to be easy. Will it have a least resistance? Maybe. But you will come against some tough times. It's like a roller coaster ride with ups and downs and twists and turns. But if you're willing to ride out the bumps, if you're willing to stay committed, you can tap into the abundance that's waiting for you. It's about facing the challenges head on, staying open to the possibilities, and never giving up. So if you're ready for abundance, be ready for a wild time sometimes. Okay? Because it gets challenging and it gets crazy. But I'm here to tell you, buckle up and get ready to embrace abundance in your life, because that's what happens when we start relaxing in it. Even in the Bible, God, during a storm, there's a boat and it's going crazy. Instead of us going crazy with the boat, God just slept. He just slept. He went to sleep. And we got to start learning how to relax in the storm, knowing that the storm doesn't last forever. It doesn't. It ends. And this is another thing. Pain, struggles, all those things are going to happen in life. They're going to happen. They never end. They never end. They never end. What ends is how you react to it. What ends is how you respond to it. What ends is you knowing at the end of this, there's everything that I've been asked for. There's everything that I've been promised by God. There's everything that I need at the end of me feeling overwhelmed once I get through it. And when we resist overwhelm, we close ourselves off from those possibilities of growth and abundance that are waiting for us. They're waiting for us. By finding acceptance and allowing ourselves to relax in the experience, we create space for new insights. We create space for new solutions and new opportunities to emerge. And if we truly want to experience joy, peace, love, money, opportunities, and all the things, we must learn how to handle feeling overwhelmed. We have to. And remember, overwhelm is a temporary state. It doesn't define who you are. It's merely a sign that you're stretching. You're stretching yourself and experiencing the richness of life, all that it has to offer. And by relaxing into it, you can cultivate a sense of trust, resilience, power, strength, knowing that you have the inner strength to navigate through any challenge that comes your way. Okay? I really want, and I hope that you have found solace and guidance and peace in the exploration of overwhelmingness. Okay? And remember, it's okay to be overwhelmed. And by embracing it with compassion and self-care, you can open yourself up to the abundance that awaits you. So I want you to take a deep breath, release the tension, and trust that you have the power to find peace in the storm. Okay? And y'all, if you've enjoyed this episode, because I know a lot of us listen to the episodes. But be sure to subscribe to this podcast and share it with so many people because everybody feels overwhelmed. Okay? And I want you guys to continue to dive into the depths of your emotions and discover the pathways to your inner peace. Because this is what this is about. Because once we feel overwhelmed, we cut ourselves off. And I want us to stop cutting ourselves off to what's new. Because normally, how do I put this? When we feel overwhelmed, that means that everything is coming at us. And it's natural for us to retreat. But I really don't want you guys to keep retreating. I want you guys to sit in it. I want you to sit in it and I want you to navigate through so the next time this pops up for you, it's not as hard. Okay? So may you find the strength to relax in overwhelmed and discover the hidden treasures it holds. And remember, you're not alone and the universe is conspiring in your favor. Okay? And that is the beauty of being and relaxing and accepting the feeling of being overwhelmed. Don't buckle, my friends. Don't buckle, don't buckle, don't buckle. Okay? So I want you to take care of yourself. I want you to be gentle with yourself. And I want you to remember that even in the midst of feeling out of control, there is some control in there and it's inside of you. And you have the power to change every situation that comes your way. Okay? So until next time, be light, be love, and relax, relax, relax. Everything is working out for you. Everything. Okay? So until next time, peace.